It's been dubbed the emerging food trend of 2019. Sri Lankan cuisine is gaining a reputation as a superior variation of Indian cuisine. We check out what it has to offer.
Crab curry. Sri Lankan crab curry. Very nice.
From Sri Lankan crab curry to Polo's bola curry and fish ambulthiyal. This year, for the first time, the Sri Lanka Food Festival was held in Singapore, bringing all these signature dishes to food lovers here.
Singapore is a food paradise. So I just thought of adding a flavor, a Sri Lankan flavor to that. In fact, there was a lot of enthusiasm. Those who tasted Sri Lankan traditional cuisine, they are very much interested to have it in Singapore. They are very rarely find Sri Lankan, authentic Sri Lankan food. So I just thought of introducing this time to coincide our National Day, the 71st anniversary.
If there's one person whose name is synonymous with food from Sri Lanka, it is Chef Publis Silva of Mount Lavinia Hotel. The 83-year-old is the author of 23 cookbooks, including a miniature cookbook of recipes from the royal household of Sri Lanka's last king, and holds a Guinness record for creating the largest and longest kiribath or milk rice.
Actually, cooking art. Cooking time, everybody pray live. 42 item ingredient I use cooking. I am every curry, every preparation used live. This is very important. Not cooking time, not angry, laughing. Yeah. But Sri Lanka not use animal fat, artificial color, artificial flavor, animal milk, not use. Coconut milk, coconut oil, and natural color Sri Lanka use. World first country which is cooking.
This is Mr. Tushara and his wife Tanya. They're from a town called Biagama, which is 20 kilometers away from Colombo. They first came to Singapore in the 1990s to further their studies. In 2005, the couple relocated to Singapore with their family and have been calling the country home ever since. Today, Mr. Tushara works as a chef at an Italian restaurant and also runs a catering business with his wife, serving up Sri Lankan dishes.
We do Sri Lankan food for catering. There are Sri Lankan families here, so they always order from me. Mainly from Sri Lanka Arame temple. They call us for any food order or something like that. So mostly we cook for the temple. Other than that, we do eat every day. But there are some of the families, they won't be able to get Sri Lankan food in Singapore. That's why they order from us.
But sourcing Sri Lankan spices in Singapore is a challenge. Mr. Tushara relies on family members and friends back home to bring in fresh stocks.
Not that easy to find. There are a few shops, but they don't bring a lot of things, a bit only. Yeah. So what usually I do is when my friends come from Sri Lanka, I ask them to bring from there. So my mother is there to prepare for me some spices and all this. So she packed everything. So whenever my friends come, I ask them to bring. We have our unique ingredients, Sri Lanka, especially like cinnamon. This is from the cinnamon tree. They hand pick and they roll it. They will dry it under the sun, and it will take I think few months. And also we have some other ingredients. We call it goraka, that is for the souring agent.
So actually this is also a kind of fruit. This one we take out the outside inner part, then we sun dry it. Use for the fish. You can use for some others, so like chicken.
For the Tushara family, it's a must to have Sri Lankan food daily.
We do eat every day. So, I mean, for us it's the most important. At least once a day we need to have Sri Lankan dish. We must have rice at least a day with mostly dal curry, what my children like, and some fish. The mostly is the dal curry. That is must.
Mr. Tushara says he takes great pains to cook up an authentic Sri Lankan meal on a daily basis.
The taste must be there. Spices, you have to have the unique those spices to make it nice, and of course the quality of foods like fish must be fresh. Like tuna fish, it must be fresh. Otherwise, you will never get that taste.
Even coconut milk, we use we grate the coconut, we put the water and squeeze. We take the fresh coconut milk. Sri Lankan use that. They don't use the packet one. Both of us, we want to cook our food and eat. For me, I don't like to eat outside.
Food aside, Sri Lanka also prides itself as one of the world's top producers of tea, alongside China, India and Kenya. The island holds over 1,200 tea factories, with 97% of its production of black Ceylon tea exported across the world. Like the great wine-growing regions of France, the tea country is divided up into 7 strictly defined regions or districts, each of which is known for producing teas of a particular flavor.
When you have a tea board that controls what you put in the tea gardens, then it's safe for human consumption. So Ceylon tea will never be bitter. It will always have a sweet aftertaste, basically because they do not use insecticide that much. Although they still use chemicals, nutrients, but it's not toxic. So it doesn't change the type of taste that you have. But Sri Lanka, they depend a lot on tea production. So they are very concerned, and the efforts are put in to make the quality of the tea is at the best.
For any Sri Lankan, identity is found in their food, spices and tea. That also explains the motivation behind all the effort to preserve and pass them down from generation to generation and from Sri Lanka to the world.